We are back. I'm taking off the pump cover right away. Still waiting on that microphone to come in. I don't know where it's coming from. Definitely not the United States. Whatever, right? The point is this is what we got, and this is what we got to roll with, because we don't make excuses. I don't have my mic today, so I don't want to record. How fragile would I be? And yeah, I'm putting on a seatbelt while I'm talking a big game. You want to know why? Because seatbelts, they're there for a reason, okay? Are they annoying as hell? The only reason I put it on, to be honest with you, the car will beep, and I can't handle the beeping sometimes, especially during these videos. Anyways, today's video, today's topic, what are you going to talk about? Well, you probably already have an idea from the title and thumbnail, but that's besides the point. It is about doing everything possible today. How do we live in the present? You know, a lot of people talk about, oh man, I want to live in the present and I just need to be more thankful, man. Like, I have to look up and smell the roses. I don't think people realize how actually dumb of a prescription this is. And I know it's going to sound like, what, Rommy? Like, you should enjoy stuff, man. Like, but you don't enjoy stuff by telling yourself to enjoy stuff. That has never worked for anybody, at least not for me. And basically anyone I've ever talked to that's been honest with themselves has told me the same exact thing. There could be a few anomalies, right? But for the most part, I don't think it's going to do anyone. Telling yourself to be more thankful, is it going to make yourself more thankful? So the question is how do I put myself in a position to appreciate every moment that I'm in? And to appreciate every moment you're in so many words, what you're trying to say is, I don't want time to pass me by. You know, time seems to move faster and faster. As time goes on, it just continuously gets faster. And I feel like I'm losing touch with the days. This happens to everybody. And there's only one way of doing that, and that's by living in the present. But how do you tell yourself, if I tell myself live in the present, is that easy for anybody to do? Absolutely not. So what the hell are you talking about? What do we actually need to deliver on? And it goes down to one of my philosophies I live my life by. And it was a philosophy, truthfully. This was also a imperative mental model that I adopted that changed a lot for me in my life. And that's to adopt the model of emptying the energy clip on a day-to-day basis. That is it. I give everything I got to today. I truly live every day like this is the last thing I'm going to ever do here on earth. This is the last day I have on earth. And most people are like, well, dude, if that were me, I would just go out and party, or, you know, I'd go out and have fun. And that's when you know you're not doing the right things in life. When you know you found your mission, like your genuine pursuit, the thing that your craft, the thing that you, for some reason, like no one else gets it. But in your heart, it fills you up in ways you've been craving your entire life and never been able to find it. And that takes so long to get to. I hate when people tell you, like, dude, just go live by your purpose. Like, bro, like, you're acting like it's something I just do for an hour and, like, figure it out. It takes so much time, but I'm telling you, everything I've ever prayed for in my life, just like internally, I try not to ask God for too many things, not for any other reason. He's probably got a lot on his plate. Last thing he needs is me asking him for stuff. It's like, I can handle this on my own. But the things I deep down craved in my heart, I have it now. And it was because I had to go through all of the bullshit. I had to go through all of the bullshit to then really come to a place where it's like, I would rather do nothing with my time than exactly what I'm doing. And it doesn't really matter what it is. And I can kid you not, a lot of people talk about trying to find their purpose, you know, and like that's a very, very difficult thing for people to do, like I mentioned. But when you empty the energy clip on a day-to-day basis, what you don't realize is you don't have the luxury of even thinking, because there's so much on your plate. You have so much on your plate that you are overwhelmed. And when you're overwhelmed, think about in your past. When you're overwhelmed with things in your head, you're like, I have to get through all this stuff. Are you thinking about tomorrow? Are you thinking about what happened 3 days ago? Or your past, or things that haunt you? No. You have to use all of your all of your resources, like all of your energy, all of your brain power, all of your health, everything towards getting over this feeling, because it's so uncomfortable. But it's like anything else. You get used to it. The stimulus runs its course. It's like the first time you lift. It hurts really bad. You're like, dude, I think I injured something. But they don't know that that's a part of working out. And then now when you don't feel that feeling, you think something's wrong. It's funny how these things start to flip. Emptying the energy clip on a day-to-day basis has shifted everything for me. I truly live in the now. I don't plan anything. I don't know what the hell I'm doing 4 hours from now. I didn't know I was going to make this video. And it's because there's so much in your head that you're pushing towards that you're like, okay, all right, I have time to do this, so I might as well just get this done, right? Like I'm in the car. That's how I came up with these car talks. Is like, I'm already having to drive back. Instead of me just driving and listening to bullshit, I might as well do this. Why? Because why not? This is way more productive. It's way more fun. I need footage for YouTube. All of these things, right? But I'm also not trying to just throw stuff together and tell myself, yeah, I ticked off this box. Emptying the energy clip is about realizing everything that you do in your day is a worthy opponent. And the best way I can describe this to you is like if you're playing any recreational game, right? Let's use, I don't know, tennis, basketball, soccer, fighting, boxing. If you're going up against anybody or any team and you know that they are legit, you're going to go in on your best behavior in terms of like focus, discipline. Like you're going to make sure you take this game very seriously because this isn't an opponent that can be scoffed at. Like you show up and you deliver the best performance you can for that day. But we don't do that for every little task in our days. Even something like recording content. I know a lot of people are like, I got to go throw something together. No. You don't throw things together. You give everything you got to that video. You give everything you got to that lift. It doesn't matter what the hell you are doing. When you pour your soul out and you just push with everything you got, you have no choice but to go to bed at night so proud of yourself. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You're going to fall asleep easier than you ever have your entire life. Not just because of the expenditure of energy, but because you have nothing looming in the background. You realize in your head there's a peace there when you go to bed. I gave everything I got today, legitimately. I gave everything I got. You know how easy it is to go to bed at night when you know that? Versus you kind of being like, this is uncomfortable for me to do. And you know what? Actually, I'd rather just be comfortable. I'm just going to chill out today. And then you go to bed at night and you have those thoughts. And I know what that's like because I was in that position. You go to bed at night, you know you could be doing so much more. You're completely underwhelmed with what you've accomplished in your life, what you've been able to do, what you actually have done, what you are doing, all of it. And you have no choice at that point. That's when I recognized in my head, I said, I have no choice. I have been trying this way of doing things for so long. And I've tried to like shortcut my way and being like, okay, like maybe I can weasel my way here, through comfort. It all came back to the same spot. Self-disgust. Until finally I realized there is no hiding. You just have to show up and be that guy. And I will tell you this, it is the best life to live once you just lean into it. Man, there's nothing like it. You just expend all of your energy for today and you wake up and you make the same choice the next day. And you're not making the choice because discipline, grr. I think discipline essentially in so many words is emotional domination. Emotional domination is needed more so when things start going great in your life. When you start finding what's working and you double down, you triple down, and always the work that you're doubling, tripling down on is stupid boring. It's the least glamorous work on the planet, but it's effective because it gets the job done. And so you keep on just hitting it and hitting it. That's where discipline is needed. That's where a little bit of emotional domination of yourself is needed. But in the beginning, most people go to be like, I need to lock in. And what are you trying to emotionally dominate yourself for? You should be doing everything by your heart. You should empty the energy clip on a day-to-day basis through things that you are passionate about, things that you have a brain itch about. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You have so many filtering mechanisms in your own brain that you don't realize this. The process that you're trying to go through is just shedding off the cobwebs of your heart and spirit that's been tainted. That's the truth. That's the work you're trying to do when you expend energy trying to find your purpose. You have to let this thing talk. The smartest decisions on the back end that people look back on you on and say you were a genius for are the things that in the moment sound the dumbest. And I'll tell you guys stories of some of the most, quite possibly so dumb that you would look at me differently afterwards. Like, why would you make that decision to go that route? And it was because my gut instinct at that time told me, does this decision take me closer to where I want in my life or further away? And if that answer was aiming towards the thing that I wanted, and that was the real answer, no bullshit, is this decision going to get me closer to the end goal? The thing that I deep down in my heart desire? Yes. Does it make sense on paper right now? No. But do I know it in my heart? But do I know it in my heart? I do. It's gut instinct. It's firing off and it's telling me I need to jump, and I'm a bit terrified, to be honest with you. That's when you jump. And when you empty the energy clip, I promise you what ends up happening on the back end is you don't even have the luxury of doubting yourself because you have so much on your plate that you just have to figure the fuck out. And it's the best life to live because guess what? You're not living from here anymore. You're living from here. And for the first time in your life, you are honoring your heart and your spirit. And that is the best life any man can live. Anyways, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If there's anything that you guys are looking for specifically, any topics, any exercises, diet stuff, whatever it is, you guys know the deal. Drop it down in the comments. If people like those comments, give those a thumbs up. And that way I know to make a video on it. As always, guys, I love y'all from my heart. All right, guys. Uncle Rommy out. Peace. What kind of man would I be if I let a microphone dictate my destiny? You ever think about that?